Okay, in today's video about ICP, we are going to check out this part of the price action and see what is happening. But before that, I'm going to check out a very important potential bullish pattern that could be happening in this area, indicating in ICP. First, our move down either is over or maybe we are extremely close to the end of our move down. And second, after this move, we are going to have a very strong bounce back. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones. And sometimes I would like to check out Twitter and see what is going on there and do we have some ICP news or not. And today I actually checked out Twitter and I came across this important tweet from this gentleman, which has about, as you can see, 2.2 million followers. Now, he said ICP just broke out of a falling wedge pattern again, just like it did the last November. History doesn't repeat, but it sure does rhyme. Currently sitting in a demand zone showing a strong accumulation, ICP is gearing up for another major rally. And let's just open the picture. As you can see, they talked about this potential falling wedge structure, and according to their drawings, the idea is maybe we're going to have another move down, and then from here we are going to start a very strong uptrend. Now let's go on the live chart and see what is happening, and I want to give you my opinion on it. First things first, let's zoom in more, and as you can see, these are the strong moves on the downside that we had recently in ICP. And what is grabbing your attention in here? As you can see, the slope of the lines in here is slowly but surely decreasing. So this to me suggests that as we go forward in ICP, bears are getting just weaker and weaker. And I think there will be a point where demand is going to show up and you are going to see a very strong move on the upside in internet computer. So from that point of view, we are definitely overall in the mid to long term on the right direction. Also, in terms of Elliott waves, you probably know what I'm about to say. This initial move up off of the lowest low in ICP was an impulse probably into a wave one, either to about this point or here, not really important. Followed by that, I think this is a slow and choppy move down, probably a correction into wave two. And if this scenario is happening, what are we going to have next? Well, you know the deal, huge move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. So in terms of mid to long term structures, once more, Elliott wave suggests we are looking extremely bullish. And even if you do not want to consider this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then okay, you really cannot help but think maybe instead we are having just a simple ABC zigzag. And again, the results are kind of the same. We are going to have at one point, hopefully soon in internet computer, another big move up into our ceiling. Also, in terms of Fibonacci's, let's just do a quick Fibonacci analysis and see what is going on. And if you want to say this point is the end of our wave 5, okay, you need to put the end of your Fibonacci right in here. And as you can see, at the moment, we are extremely close to the 88% of the Fibonacci retracement level, which could and hopefully is going to act as a support area and send us up. On the other hand, if you want to say this point was the end of our wave 5, then okay, let's put the end of our Fibonacci in here. As you can see, the 88% is somewhere around $4.3. So in case that we get some more moves on the downside in ICP, I'm not really going to be mad about that at all. Also, in terms of classic TA, meaning supports and resistances, we talked about this subject so many times. At the moment, we are around a very important support level, which is from daily and weekly time frame at the same time. And if I just go on our own chart, I think it was from crypto.com. Yes, it was. As you can see, the lower band of our support is somewhere around, let's say, $4.50, and the higher band of it is about $5.7. So again, in my opinion, there's a very high chance that from these areas, we are going to have a very strong bounce back and hopefully start the next major phase of the bull run in ICP. And I'm really having a hard time believing that in internet computer, we are going to break this support area. Sure, we may see some sort of a fake out, maybe like a quick flush in order to go under this region. But after it, I'm hoping that we get a very strong bounce back. And again, basically, this is going to be, from my point of view at that point, just a simple fake out, and the support is not going to count as broken. Now, having said all that, I want to tell you this. I do not believe that in here we are having a falling wedge structure. Why is that? Let's go on a less busy chart, maybe from Coinbase. So You see, the idea of a falling wedge is as you move forward, you get lower highs and lower lows, but these are going to be much closer to each other than the previous lower highs and lower lows. Now, in ICP, in my opinion, we cannot really draw the proper line for a falling wedge pattern. Why is that? You can consider two methods to draw the lines. Either you need to consider drawing the lines from your shadows or from your candle close. And according to the first method, let's just zoom in more. Okay, let's draw the lines starting from our shadows, and this is going to be the higher line. Let's actually consider this point as the beginning of our falling wedge pattern. Okay, something like this one, and this can be our lower line right in here. Now, if this is the case, as you can see, maybe, I would say by quite a long shot, this can be a falling wedge pattern. However, what I can tell you is this: we definitely do not have in this area a breakout. No, this was just a simple fake out, and at the moment, this pattern is not broken yet on the upside, so makes sense to say maybe this is going to continue a bit more. Now, if you want to go according to the second method, okay, you need to draw the lines from your candle closes, and the higher line, it's going to be, I would say, pretty much the same, something like this. And where is going to be our lower line? It's going to be like this one. And as you can see, if you want to go according to this, well, okay, this is just a simple descending channel and absolutely not a falling wedge structure. So the point that I'm trying to make is this: if you want to consider having in here a falling wedge structure in ICP, you cannot say that we got a breakout recently. If you want to draw the lines of your falling wedge from your candle closes, okay, that's not going to be even a falling wedge. It's just a simple descending channel, meaning at least we're not really going to have that specific bullish pattern. Sure, I do believe in ICP we are extremely close to reach to our final bottom, but that doesn't mean that we should talk about, I would say, pretty much non-existent bullish patterns. I believe we should take everything as is, and either starting from this high in ICP, we are having just a beautiful and simple ABC zigzag, or maybe from this point we are having a flat and correction for wave X, and this might be another ABC zigzag on the downside. Either way, I can tell you we are very close to the end of our move down in internet computer, and if you are an investor and you care about what is going to happen in the mid to long term, I think these areas are beautiful buying opportunities. That's why starting from this point, when we had this move down, I told you I am buying ICP in order to get my average purchase down as low as possible. And right now, my average purchase is somewhere between, I believe, $5.5 to $6. And I'm hoping that we get some more downward price action to just buy more and more ICP and see, can I actually get that down to under $5? That would be really ideal for me, because again, I want to argue this is just a correction, and we are going to, after this move is over, get another beautiful move up, which at least I expect ICP to take this high for the first target around $21, which means even right in here, I am going to be up about 320%. And in my box, that is definitely some good profit. Now, let's zoom in more and see what is going on in the short term, and then wrap up today's video. And maybe it's best to go on our own chart, because I want to see what is happening in terms of Elliott waves. And if you remember in the previous video, we were right in here, and the idea was that maybe this is going to be some sort of an ABC flat structure. And even if we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, you shouldn't be surprised at all. Odds are at that point, this 5 wave up is just going to be into a C leg of an expanded flat. And then after it, we're going to have another move down. And I said, in the short term, at least, it seems like that we want to continue our move on the downside in internet computer. Now, I still believe that this was an ABC on the upside and not an impulse. But now I'm thinking maybe this is going to be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down, followed by that correction structure up. And we can do something like this. Maybe this is going to be like an ABC flat structure, indicating in the short term we may see a move up. But I'm telling you, even this thing is not going to be a good sign from my point of view. And in H1 time frame, it seems like that this is kind of an area of demand right in here. And I'm telling you, because we are touching this region way too many times, chances of getting a break of this area is now increasing more and more. And let's just have a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say 5, 6, 7, 8 times we are touching this region, and every single time we are getting some sort of a reaction from it. So I'm gonna say this is now quite a weak support, and it means soon we are going to get a break of it, do something like this, and maybe we're going to reach to about the lower band of our weekly time frame support, about, let's say, $4.50. So for now, just in the short term in ICP, please do not get your hopes up that much, because we may see another move on the downside. But overall, in the mid to long term, I still believe that we are looking absolutely beautiful. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Internet Computers chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the market, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.